Bow, 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 bow. Go down, go down. But did it, did it, did it, did it, did it, did it. Did it, did it, did it, did it. Hey, y'all better not copyright strike me on that, because I tried to sing a tune just a little enough off that it wouldn't pick it up. Actually, I just can't sing. But anyhow, I seem to be in the junk business here lately. I painted them chairs. It's all Mama's fault, because she's the one sitting out here. I was going to leave them rusty. And these ones over here, it was my old grandma's old metal chairs that my cousin Ryan Hill gave me. And Mama kept sitting out here saying, we need to paint them chairs, we need to paint them chairs, blah, 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 telling me about how they bought them, blah, 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 this, that, and the other. So I dove into it. And now she started, after I got them painted, she started looking at the rocking chairs. We need to do something to them rocking chairs. We need to do something to them rocking chairs. So that's what I'm working on now. And then in the otherwise meantime, my cousin Ryan seen a picture that I put of them chairs that I painted and said, there's some more old chairs over here you can have if you want them. So I can't let nothing be thrown away. That's why I was making the Fred Sanford song, because that's the way I am. I can't stand letting old junk go to waste. So the problem is, I'm gonna have to work my ass off to do all this shit, and I got plenty of other crap I need to be doing besides sitting there working on chairs all the time. But here we go. I've created all these damn projects. Now I got to go up to Jace Lovern's house. He's gonna let me borrow his pressure washer, because when I moved back down Mississippi from Nashville, I had a big old 3,000 PSI, or what it was, high power pressure washer. I used to do decks and stuff. Well, I sold it because I got tired of hauling the darn thing around. It was like brand new, man. It was a real good one. I'd only used it like one summer doing a few, probably about 5 or 6 decks. Bought it from some rich person up in Nashville for $250. Brand new. It was like one of them Honda ones. It was a bargain, man. I wish I'd have kept it. Everything I sell, I always say I wish I'd have kept. Problem is, I got limited storage space. You know, I don't really want to pay for a storage unit every month. If I had more room to store stuff, man, I've had all kind of stuff that I've had to get rid of, you know, because I ain't got nowhere to put it. Now, you get them things out of here, because y'all distracting the hell out of me right now. She's trying to call these dogs in. I'm sitting there watching that and talking to y'all at the same time, so let me get that over with. Maybe I can focus on what I was talking about. Anyway, anyhow, what was I saying? Okay, Jay said I could borrow his he's got one of them small plug-in type pressure washers. So I'm gonna run up there here in a little bit. He said wait till after 7, make sure his wife, the distractions never end. I'm glad I ain't no worse ADD than what I am. But anyhow, he said his wife will leave going to work about 7. He didn't want me to go up there too early and scare her. Figured she might not know who it is coming in. Anyhow, I got to go borrow his pressure washer. So, anyhow, that's why I mentioned that, because I wanted to say, if, like my garden, if I have anything extra, if I give it to anybody that I don't sell, or anything that I give away, the first person I'm going to mention, talk to and ask if they want is Jace Lovern, because that son of a gun, he's my cousin by marriage, or I reckon by blood, because Janie was a Willis. I always say by marriage when I'm thinking, but I guess it's by blood, because Willis, you know. But anyhow, he's helped me. He's always let me borrow stuff, and he helped me cut the garden. He's the best neighbor, cousin around. I guarantee it. Now, I like all my cousins. They all good folks. But he's my neighbor, so he's just right up the road. And I'm sure all my cousins be just as helpful if they was close by, and I'll do the same for them. That's what I'm saying. If I have anything extra, anything he needs, I don't need, it's his, you know. He's number one. As good a neighbor as I could ever have. I'm really glad they moved in up the road, and I don't want to take advantage of him and go up there and bum off of him all the time or nothing like that neither. and aggravate the crap out of him. So I try not to do that, but he's got all kind of stuff, but I ain't gonna aggravate the crap out of him, and only as necessary. And I really appreciate it. It's the reason I mentioned it, and I ain't gonna worry the crap out of him. I'm gonna bar it, and I'm gonna take it right back up there when I get done with it. Because I really don't need a pressure washer right now. I thought about just taking them up to the car wash. You can do that, you know, if you was gonna. What I'm gonna do is use a pressure washer to blow that old paint off of these metal chairs. It's a good way to get old paint off of stuff. Just hit it with that pressure washer. And you can use one of them small ones. But what I'm working on right now is these rocking chairs that Mama started on. And there's gonna be some more of these videos coming up, because when I went over to Ryan's, he gave me all kind of chairs. And one in particular that I'm really looking forward to fixing is my granny's old rocking chair. Man, it's a relic. They ain't no telling how old it is. It's probably 100 years old. You know, my grandma, she died. She was in her 80s. Well, my daddy died. He was 81 years old when he died in 2020. So that tells you how old my grandma was. And they built that house over where Ryan lives. My daddy and my grandpa. And my daddy helped keep that farm. He quit school and helped him keep that farm as long as he could. And so that's that old chair. Ain't no telling how old that old chair is. It's old. And it's been left out on the porch, so it ain't completely rotted out. It's been kept kind of dry, but all the finishes come off of it. It's in pretty bad shape. I'm gonna have to do some reworking, but I really want to fix that old rocking chair, because I can remember it from when I was a little kid. It's got some distinct parts of it that's very recognizable to me. So it's like a relic to me. I've really got to fix that chair if I don't fix nothing else. But anyhow, this is getting me ready for it, I reckon, reconditioning these old rocking chairs for Mom and Dad's, because Mama wanted them refinished. So I just put some stain on. Now here's what I did. I got a small can. I used a lot more stain than this. I used a bigger can, but it's this damn, there's a big can right there. This is what I've been putting on there. It's that Men Wax, and it's dark walnut. See, semi-transparent. Now, this shit looks black. You can see that rocking chair over there. I poured it to it. Now, when I paint something or put stain or something on something, I don't do that little old thin shit with a brush. I pour it to it. That's the way to get it on there easy and quick. You know, load that brush up, get it on there, and it'll run all around it, you know, because especially with all these little pieces and all. But anyhow, what I'm working on now, I've got the whole thing stained. And I done that yesterday, and it set overnight. Yesterday evening, I got finished with it, and I loaded it to it. So now I've just taken a rag and kind of hand rubbing all the stuff that's, you know, didn't soak in. I ain't just wiping it off. And I got some ideas. I don't really know for sure what I'm gonna do, because I wasn't wild about that color. You know, it's kind of, it just looks black to me. Now I know over time it'll set in, and it'll probably be fine. You know, because like I said, I loaded it on there, and I'm just hitting all the real wet spots, you know, kind of rubbing them out a little. I'll let this cure real good, and I might, because there's some places on it where the cats have clawed, aggravating son of a guns, man. You know, they love that crap. So I'm thinking about taking some sandpaper and going ahead and smoothing that down and just rough sanding all over. Anything that's kind of rough, because I didn't do that. I should have done it first, but I'm glad I didn't now, because I ain't wild about this dark color, but it looks all right. I could leave them like they are, but I think what I'm going to do is let this kind of cure a little, keep hand rubbing the high stuff, you know, and after it gets sandable, where it won't just stop up my sandpaper, I'll go and just hit it a lick with some sandpaper, and then come back with something with more of a red color, because I'm going to have to get another can of stain to do Mama's old chair. And it was a yellow color to start with, so I may get some of that color and put on here. It'll look good. It ain't got to be red. I can use like a yellow color, and I could get one more can of that stain and use on that Granny's old chair. What the problem with Granny's old chair, I'm gonna make a whole video about it, cause it's the legs down there on the end of the rockers that has broke off, and I'm gonna have to whittle that back down or something and make some new rockers for it. I ain't figured out quite what I'm gonna do. I guess I'm just gonna whittle it down with a knife, I reckon, and then make some new rockers and put on there. But that's the main problem with it. The rest ain't no big deal. It's whittling that end part back, because it's broke off on all of them. About near it. There's one rocker's on it, and one of them's broke completely off. And I figure when I take the other one off, it's gonna break them off too on that end. If anybody knows the best way to do that, is some kind of bit I could use. One time I made a bed out of logs, and I used a doorknob hole driller thing, you know, that bit, them bits. I used that to make them ends on them logs for a bed frame, and it worked good. It was just the right size. But that's a lot smaller than that. I could use one of them. I could get a small one of them kind of, I don't know, I forget what shit's called. Hell, in FFA we had tool ID, and I passed it, but I don't ever pay no attention to what shit's called, and I just know what it looks like. I guess because I usually work by myself all the time, I don't have to call out the name and stuff. But it's that little old round bit, you know, it cuts a hole like for a doorknob, and you can get a smaller one. That would do that on the ends of that. But that wood's old, it's real old. I want to be real easy with it, so I may just whittle it with a knife or a Dremel or something that'll take it kind of slow. I don't want to do something so aggressive as that bit, because I'm gonna have to whittle them things all over again that stick down in them rockers. I'm gonna have to whittle them ends, you know, where they'll stick down in there. But anyhow, I'm just working on a bunch of chairs, and I got a lot of gardening and yard work to do, so I ain't never gonna get caught up on everything. So I'm just gonna make a few videos here and there on these chairs. I know people like working on, you know, restoring the old furniture and stuff. These chairs here ain't real old, but it's just the beginning of a whole bunch of other stuff. I got a metal swing like these that I got from my cousin that was my aunt's, that she's dead now. It would have been his grandma. I got another metal chair like these that was my grandma's, and it's heavier metal than these. It looks like it was made in the darn 50s or something. And that's one I'm gonna pressure wash later on today. I just got a lot of lawn furniture that needs conditioning, because, you know, you sit around outside. I don't like sitting around in the house all the time, man. So I'm trying to make some nice chairs and stuff to sit around outside with. Play music, just sit around and chit chat, get everybody out of the house. Just sitting in the house is what's killing everybody, man. And all these jobs where you just sit around inside all the time, that's why everybody's having all these heart attacks and all these diseases, because they're just sitting around, and that stuff sets up, man. If you ain't moving around, you ain't up moving around, that shit sets up in your body, and that's where all that cancer and all this mess, that's all it is from sitting around. People ain't active no more. All these jobs is just sitting, or just easy walking around, not really doing nothing. More active you are, the better you are, the way I see it. Hell, I don't know, I ain't no health expert for damn sure, and I hope I ain't got a bunch of crap wrong with me, because I can't stand going to the doctor. I don't go. I mean, I just don't go, period. I'm scared of them jokers. Sometimes I think they mess you up more than they help you. So I just try to stay active over the winter, man. And since I got married to Nikki and all, well, we just got married, but we've been together for like going on 3 years now. So, you know, we might as well have been married. I just made it official, that way everybody wouldn't think I was going to hell or something, you know. But the bottom line is, after we got together, she likes to cook. So I put on, man, I weighed 150 pounds whenever she moved in with me and mama, because I was doing all the cooking. And I done got sick of my own darn food. And I weighed down to 150 pounds. And I mean, I cooked every day for me and Mama. I was sick of my cooking, man. And then she comes in and starts all this cooking. She loves cooking. So I done gained up like 220 at one point. I don't even know what I weigh now, if I've lost any or not. But I'm on a mission to get back down to about 180 or 170 this summer, because this winter, you know, sitting around during the winter, I didn't do a lot of hunting this year or nothing, man. It's just been kind of a rough winter and had some things going on and just didn't have time to get out and do nothing, really. I had a lot of stuff going on, really, this winter was. Well, with that damn, I'll just be honest, you know, that damn moonshine charge I got had me damn worried sick. And I should have got out and went hunting and all, but I didn't know what they was going to charge me with, if I was going to be able to use a gun or anything, you know. I was scared I was going to get in trouble and all that stuff about having a gun, because they charge it as a felony crime. But I pled guilty to possession of a distillery, but they didn't tell me I couldn't have no gun. They put me on probation for 2 years. So I need to talk to somebody and find out whether I can or cannot use a gun while I'm on that probation, because the lawyer told me that after the probation's over with, that the felony don't go on my record as a felony. It just shows, the only thing that'll be on there is the arrest. After my probation's over with, the arrest will be on there, but it's a felony arrest. But I wasn't convicted of a felony as long as I do the probation and don't mess it up. So I'm on probation for 2 years and I can't mess up. So I need to talk to the lawyer and make sure about, can I go hunting or not? Because I was worried about that last year, is why I didn't fool with it. And not have no guns. I got rid of all my stuff for the time being, just to be safe, you know, because I don't want to break no law. But if I'm allowed to, I'm gonna go ahead and get me another gun and go hunting. So anyhow, right now I ain't even got a gun around here. I got a bow. I guess that's okay to use it, but I ain't even got no arrows for it. It's just an old bow that was sitting in the closet. I could get some arrows for it and use it. I guess that's legal. I'm just gonna have to talk to the lawyer about all that stuff. I really don't know exactly what I can and can't do on this probation. I don't have to report or anything. I just have to pay them $150 a month, and I have to pay them $3,000 in total. But I've done paid them down to about $2,500. So you know, it'll go down pretty quick, and I can pay more if I want to. It don't really matter. It's pretty easy just to pay them $150 a month, and once that's over with, it don't go on my record as a felony. So I guess I'm assuming I can have a gun. I just really need to talk to my lawyer, I reckon, about that. And I ain't going hunting this time of year no way, so I ain't worried about it. It'll be winter time before I do that. But anyhow, that's why I didn't go hunting last year. I got rid of my guns. But next year we'll see this next winter we'll see if I can, and I'll be more active. So I sat around the house, so long story short, that's where I got this big gut, and I gained all that extra weight. Not just last year though, it was over the course of a couple of years with all that cooking Nikki's been doing. So I've been trying to eat more healthy, eat less bread. You know, she likes making bread too, and she can make bread. Once you eat her bread, you won't want to eat bread from the store no more, see. Once I eat her bread, the bread from the store don't even taste like bread. It tastes like some kind of fake plastic stuff, some wax stuff or something. I don't even like it no more. See, that'll fatten you up. So all that stuff. So I'm trying to push back from the table a little more and do a little more exercise. I got my bicycles out. We started riding our bicycles in the evening and walking up to Mars Hill. I always mix it up. Sand Hill Church up the road there. It ain't, I don't know, round trip to the church and back might be a mile. It's about like walking a mile. So we walk up there to that church, walk around the graveyard, come back to the house. And I like riding my bike up there and coming back too, because it's got a hill that about wears you out. You go up that hill, then you come back down, go down there to the church, then you got to come up that hill again. and then come back down. So it gives you a pretty good workout. So we trying to do that too, to get in better shape. You know, I don't want to let myself go. I just, if you let yourself go, man, you live to regret it, you know, and I don't want to fool with all them doctors and hospitals and stuff. So anyhow, I digress as usual. I'll get back to work on these chairs, and I'll update y'all as they go along. And I'll show you the one, my old grandma's chair eventually, and you'll get a kick out of it because it's old. All right.